I am making this announcement in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, Laws of the State of New Jersey. The Borough Clerk has prepared a schedule of the meetings of the governing body of the Borough of Kenilworth for the year 2025. The Borough Clerk has posted a true copy of this schedule on the bulletin board located at the front entrance of Borough Hall, and has mailed true copies of this schedule to the local source and the Star Ledger, and is maintaining a copy of this schedule in her office during the year 2025. Accordingly, the notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act have been satisfied in regard to this meeting. Please stand for the salute to the flag.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mayor Karlovich.
Here.
Councilman Boyle.
Here.
Councilman Finestrella.
Here.
Councilman Morrow.
Here.
Councilman Piper.
Here.
Councilman Scurries.
Here.
Councilwoman Giordano Paserno is excused.
Okay, I'd like the motion to approve the minutes of May 21st, 2025, and the executive session for May 21st, 2025.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Finestrella, seconded by Councilman Piper. Roll call.
Councilman Boyle.
Here.
Councilman Finestrella.
Yes.
Councilman Morrow.
Yes.
Councilman Piper.
Yes.
Councilman Scurries.
Yes.
Councilwoman Giordano Paserno is excused.
Okay, I have a proclamation this evening I'd like to present for the 250th anniversary of the United States Army. Whereas the United States Army, established on June 14, 1775, has served as a pillar of strength, resolution, and liberty for our nation. Over the past 250 years, safeguarding our freedoms and ensuring peace at home and abroad. Whereas the brave men and women of the United States Army have exemplified valor and sacrifice, protecting our great nation through wars, conflicts, and times of peace, with a legacy of heroism that continues to inspire all Americans. Whereas the Borough of Kenilworth takes pride in honoring the spirit of service and dedication of the United States Army, recognizing the contributions of our local veterans and active duty military personnel who have served or are currently serving in defense of our country. And whereas this momentous 250th anniversary of the United States Army invites us to reflect on the past, celebrate the present, and commit to supporting our troops and veterans and their ongoing efforts to uphold our American values. We encourage all residents of Kenilworth to engage in activities that honor the sacrifices made by our soldiers and to foster an unwavering respect for those who serve in the Army. Now therefore, on behalf of a grateful community, I, Linda Karlovich, Mayor of the Borough of Kenilworth, do hereby proclaim June 14, 2025, the 250th anniversary of the United States Army Day in the Borough of Kenilworth, New Jersey, and urge all citizens to join in recognizing and in honoring the remarkable legacy of the United States Army and express our gratitude to all who served. And witness whereof, I, Mayor Linda Karlovich, have hereunto signed my name officially, causing the seal of the Borough of Kenilworth to be affixed this 4th day of June 2025. I'd like to present this to Commander Jeans.
Veterans, up front, photo op. Come on. Walter, come on. Sit down. Chief, come on.
Yeah, I'll sit at the back.
You want the name you guys
Yes,
do?
yes.
Seal?
We should put it like that all the time.
Wait, short people to the front. If somebody please take the, so I can get a picture, please. Guy likes to hide behind the camera. Get in there, guy. Bill,
Come on, guy.
get over, guy. Guy is the big guy. Make you look a lot better standing next to everything.
I'd like to thank the mayor and council for this proclamation. And also on a note, VFW of Kenilworth has been an active member of this community since 1931. That's our charter reads October 20th, 1931. So that's a lot of years.
Almost 100 years. Big
Yeah,
party coming,
almost
is what
100
I...
years. But again, Mayor and Council, thank you for recognizing us, and we do appreciate it.
Of course, thank you.
When you were born?
Before I was born, yeah.
1930?
33.
You know what, just put, leave it like that, and just put the microphone up, yeah. Only because it just looks better on TV having this.
How you doing? Good?
Yes, thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Can't take me anywhere.
Okay, I'd like to move to the finance report.
Sure, thank you, Mayor. So the committee actually met last night. We met with Ken and our CFO and the department heads, and we're talking about the capital budget and the needs from each of the departments. The finance committee has heard all of the requests, and we're going to be working over the next week to get back to Ken, to get back to the departments, and finalize this hopefully so we can talk about it in July, and pass it then. So working on the capital budget currently, coming along with minimal bumps, and I did not just jinx it. So thank you, that's all.
Thank you, Councilman. Department of Public Works, Councilman Boyle.
DPW collected and disposed 234 tons of municipal solid waste for a total cost of $18,716. We collected and transported 94 yards of mixed vegetation for a total cost of $2,046. Collected and transported 41.43 tons of loose commingled recyclables for a cost of $3,107. Our diligent DPW crew set up and cleaned after the Kenilworth Street Fair, where we collected 2 tons of trash and 100 gallons of cooking oil. Residents living in the Tuesday to Friday garbage pickup route get the next monthly bulk pickup waste on Friday, June 13th. Other garbage routes get different bulky waste pickup days in subsequent months, with the dates all being listed on the Kenilworth Borough website. There is a 5-item limit. Details are online. Please email your bulk questions to the DPW. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Councilman. Department of Public Safety, Councilman Finestrella.
Thank you, Mayor. For the month of May, Kenilworth Police Department responded to 1,226 calls for service and 189 911 calls. There were 201 hours of overtime for the month. OT breakdown was 72 hours of scheduled patrol overtime, 0 hours for dispatch overtime, SWAT call-outs 32 hours, Detective Bureau call-out 0 hours, Arrive program 9 hours, Patrol Invest 9.5 hours. KPD completed 199 hours of training for the month, including Arrive, Firearms, UCERT, and various other classes. Kenilworth PD issued 137 traffic summonses and had 13 arrests for the month of May. There were 0 sick days used and 0 occurrences. There were 11 OJI days on job injuries. Kenilworth Police Department received 171 flock hot list alerts from the stationary cameras. Officers responded as direct deterrent against actors looking to commit crimes. The cameras continue to provide an excellent service in protecting the borough. Message from the Chief Campanelli. Kenilworth Police Department will host its annual Junior Police Academy from June 23rd to the 27th. For more information, please get in touch with the SRO Brett Bryson Ryan at bbron@kenilworthpolice.org. There's a $50 registration fee for this event. KPD wants to remind everyone to lock their cars, doors, and secure their residence. Actors in the area have been trying to gain access to homes and vehicles. With warmer weather approaching, actors will look for unsecured windows to enter homes to grab key fobs and anything else quickly. If you see something that doesn't look right, let us know. Please contact the Kenilworth Police Department to report complaints or nuisance. We can't help if we don't know about it. Kenilworth Police Department has implemented more aggressive drivers and speeding enforcement details throughout the borough.
KPD is asking for residents to please slow down and stop for people in crosswalks. And please park in legal spots only. And lastly, the Kenilworth Police Department on Saturday, June 7th, PBA Local 135 will host their 34th annual fishing derby at Blackbrook Park. Fishing derby will begin promptly at 8 a.m. and ends approximately 10 a.m. Registration is mandatory and will begin at 7:30 sharp. This event is open to only Kenilworth School District students. All children who participate will receive a free t-shirt and breakfast. Prizes will be awarded for the largest fish caught in each designated age category. Bait will be available for purchase. So to participate in this year's event, please scan the QR code. There's on the Tap into Kenilworth, and hopefully, I guess the weather's supposed to be a nice Saturday, and that's all I have to say.
Thank you, Councilman. That's this Saturday.
Yep.
When they say be prompt, they mean it. Officer Fushino's like poles.
All the fish are out by 8:05. I believe that Councilman Boyle wanted to add something to his
Oh, yeah, I
report.
have one more thing.
We'll circle back to him for a second.
Due to unanticipated resignation of the new DPW hire for personal reasons, the Public Works Committee recommends consideration of a resolution appointing a runner-up candidate from the recent interview pool. This candidate was ranked number 2 from the interviewees and brings New Jersey State certification for pesticide application that is beneficial to the borough. If council chooses to approve the resolution this evening, the candidate can start on Monday. The clerk has prepared and provided the resolution.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Councilman. Planning and zoning, Councilman Morrow. Scurries. It was the,
He says,
I know, I'm just old habits die hard. You were there for a while.
I was like, oh, good.
No, you have to talk. You're not getting off the hook.
I could probably still do it. Thank you, Mayor. One big thing, the Durham bus was officially approved, and we've been operating for about a year anyway, so you probably won't notice much in town. Total receipts for May 2025, $31,959. Building fees, $9,683. And other substantial, road opening fees, about $13,000. Other ones are smaller miscellaneous. Code enforcement, has somebody with no fence, put up a fence with no permit. We have 2 fences falling apart. We have garages falling apart. We found the illegal basement apartment. Someone has a tarp covering the roof, and the tarp must be, and the roof is falling apart. Someone installed a new boiler, a side entrance, and shed with no permits, and a loud music complaint. So someone issued notice of violation. Also in May, 7 new applications, 2 of which were businesses. One is going to be called Prime Furniture, 611 Springfield Road. And the Mayo Jewelry has changed hands, but I guess it's going to remain on at this current spot.
Was the business sold then?
Yeah, that's what my understanding is. I'm just saying.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know if they're And that's all I have to report now.
Thank you, Councilman. Recreation and Fire, Councilman Piper.
Thank you, Mayor. Okay, the Recreation Board report for this month. The summer camp officially begins on the 23rd. Registrations are still open, but are set to close on the 20th. The first of 3 swim nights is on the 25th at the Clark Pool from 7:30 to 10 p.m. The registrations are required and are available through Community Pass. Communications regarding middle school soccer information, including tryouts, will be sent out this week. And the fire report for the month of May. During the month of May, the fire department responded to 34 calls. During these incidents, the fire department traveled 108 miles, utilized 142 man-hours. The fire department rescue squad responded to 32 calls, traveling 302 miles and utilized 167 man-hours. During the month of May, the fire department and rescue squad completed 149 hours of training. Additional man-hours utilized include the following: administrative, 271, stipend, 1364, building maintenance, 2, street fair, 45. So the total calls for the month were 66, the total miles traveled were 410, and the total man-hours were 2,140. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Councilman. Borough Engineer.
Thank you, Mayor. I really don't have much going on. I just wanted to give an update on the gas company paving. We met with them last week to discuss limits of paving on the last project. That included the North 16th Street, extending from the guardrail, the dead end by the DPW yard, across the park, and then to the other side, on the other side where the dead end is. It includes part of Lafayette, Upsala, Boyd Terrace, and Via Vitale. Those streets are all going to get repaid curb to curb based on the recent work. So, you know, those are additional roads that will get paved at, again, no cost to the borough. And then the boulevard, I don't know, as far as I know, they're still on track to pave this month. I haven't heard different.
Do we have a date at all for
There's
start?
signs outside.
I didn't read them.
Chief,
Yeah.
I was advised today they're looking to start this Friday.
Okay.
Starting night shift, working from the Galloping Hill Road side, west end.
Okay,
Okay,
so this Friday, this
This
weekend, okay.
and most
Do
of the work
do
is
we
on the
know
boulevard.
completion, how long it's gonna take?
Depends on weather. From what I understand, they're looking to work 6 days, extended hours. to try to
Okay.
get this completed.
Get it done as quickly as possible. Okay, great,
6
thank
days in
you.
a row.
Yep, that's all I have. Just a
Okay.
quick update.
Thank you. Borough CFO.
Thank you, Mayor. As our Finance Chairman Morrow mentioned, we met last night, discussed capital, trying to get that finalized. There is one bit of good news we got today. We don't have the final amount, but apparently the Community Development Block Grant is back, and they should be releasing final amount shortly. So,
Great.
from what I heard, should be good.
Will that lower any of the numbers?
Unfortunately, no.
For next
But
year?
the senior window project should be funded fully, and Shirley's programs with the
Great.
seniors should be funded again. And I believe we put in for curbs and ADA ramps again, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
All right?
Great,
On the
thanks.
curb ADA ramp, Tony, I know I've been somewhat of a critic that we don't need them anymore because we've done the whole town, but I've actually noticed that some of them are deteriorating. So I don't know if they last for a year or two, or if we're looking at old ones from 10 years ago.
Yeah, they should last more than a year. Sometimes the pads do come up, you know, with the detectable pads. So sometimes they come up quick, you know, they might rub up in a year for some reason. If, you know, something catches it, sometimes a snowplow can catch it, you know, it's just, so, yeah, it's conceivable, something could be a year old, needs to be, just be repaired, not completely replaced. But yeah, we're pretty much at the end. I mean, there might be a few around, but we've probably done like 99% of them. But yeah, they will eventually recycle back. So some of them that maybe 5 years ago weren't in good shape, you know, were in good shape, and maybe now we're starting to deteriorate. So yeah, we're always just kind of like a loop. Right now, we're pretty good.
So I don't think it's practical to send Barbara out to look at all of our ramps. and
No,
see
no,
what
we
condition
just
they're in.
fine.
However, I know our DPW and police, everybody's around all the time. I'm wondering if there's a way that we can report these in, maybe Laura, there's something we can create an email inbox or something. Because instead of just ripping up ones that are good and putting them down, it does cost money. We have the grant, let's use it, let's fix the ones that are broken. Because we are probably at 95%, all the curbs have them. So, okay, so maybe Laura, this is something you and I can talk about? Okay, perfect, thanks.
Yeah, we usually don't go around looking for them. Usually if the
Yeah.
DPW sees them, somebody complains. Residents too called up and say, you know, this ramp's deteriorated, can you do something with it? So you know, we do get notice of it. But we're in town, you know, so we see them, you know, somebody knows them, so.
Excellent,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you. Borough Attorney.
I have nothing to report this evening, Mayor. However, I do request that the noise ordinance be tabled.
Okay. Have a motion to table the noise ordinance?
Motion? Second.
Okay. Motion made by Councilman Morrow, seconded by Councilman Piper. The ordinance 2025-07 has been tabled.
You need a roll call?
We need a roll call?
Councilman Wood?
Yep, it's coming.
Councilman Fenestrella?
Yes.
Councilman Morrow?
Yes.
Councilman Piper?
Yes.
Councilman Scurries?
Yes.
Councilman Giordano Paterno is excused.
Consent agenda? Administrative officer?
I don't have a lot to report on. I do want to touch on what Ken said about CDBG. So I'm the vice chair for the county for the Economic Development Subcommittee, and we do have 2 emergency meetings coming up, one Thursday and one on Friday, so if anything changes, Ken, I'll let you know. Hopefully it'll give us some finals, so that would be nice instead of preliminaries. The other thing, I do have a little bit of unfortunate news. I heard back from one of the, about the grant, the mural for the side of the wreck in the construction building. We were gonna do a welcome to Kenilworth mural there. And unfortunately, even though we had support from state, county, and our local legislatures, as well as our civic organizations here, it was very competitive, and I was notified that we're not gonna receive that grant. But I will keep my eye open. The other thing is, I have you for executive session.
Okay. Did we look into the, some type of playground equipment for ADA with the
I
other
just
grant
have
that
to
we
check the
got?
scope on that
Okay.
one grant to see if we can fit it in.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so next up for council consideration is a consent agenda consisting of resolutions 25-143 through 147.
Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion.
Second?
Motion made by Councilman Scurry, seconded by Councilman Fenestrella. Roll call?
All matters listed under the consent agenda will be enacted upon by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items. All items will be reported individually in full in the minutes. Councilman Boyle?
Yes.
Councilman Fenestrella?
Yes.
Councilman Morrow?
Yes.
Councilman Piper?
Yes.
Councilman Scurries?
Yes.
And Councilman Giordano Paterno is excused.
Okay, is there a motion to approve Resolution 25-148, appointing a driver laborer to the DPW?
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Scurry, seconded by Councilman Morrow. Roll call?
Councilman Boyle?
Yes.
Councilman Fenestrella?
Yes.
Councilman Morrow?
Yes.
Councilman Piper?
Yes.
Councilman Scurries?
Yes.
Councilman Giordano Paterno is excused.
Next up for public hearing and adoption is the ordinance, public hearing and adoption of ordinance 2025-05, amending Chapter 106, garbage, rubbish, refuse, and recycling. The purpose of this ordinance is to amend Chapter 106 of the Borough Code to incorporate the new bulk waste program. Is there a motion to open the floor to the public on this ordinance only?
Motion.
Motion made by Councilman, I think, Boyle, and seconded by Councilman Piper. All in favor?
Aye.
Does anyone have anything to say on this ordinance and this ordinance only? Please come forward and state your name and address. Okay, seeing no one, is there a motion to close the floor for public comments on this ordinance only?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Piper, seconded by Councilman Scurries. All in favor?
Aye.
Is there a motion to adopt ordinance 2025-05?
Motion.
Second?
Motion made by Councilman Morrow, seconded by Councilman Fenestrella. Roll call?
Councilman Boyle?
Yes.
Councilman Fenestrella?
Yes.
Councilman Morrow?
Yes.
Councilman Piper?
Yes.
Councilman Scurries?
Yes.
Councilman Giordano Paterno is excused. Next for council consideration is ordinance, oh, no, sorry, my mistake, that was
Nope.
tabled.
Yep. Okay, I'd like a motion to open the floor to the public.
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Councilman Scurry, seconded by Councilman Fenestrella. All in favor?
Aye.
Does anyone have anything to say for the good and well-being of the borough? Please come forward and state your name and address.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Gary
Good evening.
Binemeyer, born and raised in Kenilworth, now live in Colonia. We were all here for one item, which I believe was just tabled. So I'm here as a little bit of a PR guy. Number one, I want to thank everybody for a puppy drive this month. I believe it was very successful. We haven't edited everything up, but thank you, everybody did. participated in that. A couple things about the post that maybe people are not aware of. This Saturday is one of the scholarships that are going to be given to St. Teresa's, one of 4 to St. Teresa's, and that money that we give out comes from rentals at the post. Another thing that hardly anybody knows about is in the Lions Hospital, there's women in there, Vietnam nurses and stuff, that saw a little bit too much in action and can't return to normal life. Our commander, Bobby Jeans, sends women up there once a month, cut their nails, do their hair, if they're capable, go out for lunch. Another thing that is done through this post. I get it, there's noise. It's a post, it's a party. That place has been there forever,
Almost 100 years.
almost 100 years. They do more good than anybody knows about. In that building is just hidden heroes that are doing everyday good stuff. Don't let this happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bob Jeans, 343 Boulevard, and commander of the VFW. We had just heard that you were going to readdress the noise ordinance. Again, specifically, I don't know what is prompting this or how come that I can speak to here now, but we have done things to curtail the amount of noise that comes from the building. We don't rent past 11 o'clock at night. We can by law go till 2 a.m. We have blocked up windows to keep the noise within the structure. And one individual who borders our property continually calls every government agency available, from the IRS to the Treasury to the ABC, which caused a full accounting under the law to the ABC, and we passed it with flying colors. We didn't have one violation whatsoever. We get calls stating that they're going to close our facility and they won't rest until. We have sought legal counsel. We are in the process of going to sign harassment complaints against that individual. But we want you to take into consideration everything that we have done. We've changed hours. We don't take garbage out until the morning. We don't do certain things because of noise, and trying to be as considerate as possible to our neighbors. Gary Diedelmeyer did touch on the things of all the things that we have provided within the community. We go to Lions Hospital and provide services. We go to East Orange VA Hospital. We go to Menlo Park at least 5 times a year during the holidays. And the next one we have coming is 4th of July. We're going to have a picnic on the grounds provided by that. He said, we do so many things. We have Little League teams. We have softball sponsors, recreation. It said, we don't want to be singled out. It says, Sundays, commercial construction and activities on Sunday. We're also looking at that legal option. We are registered with the state of New Jersey, the federal government. The IRS, it said we are a tax-free, and we do so many things that probably 3/4 of the stuff I haven't even touched on. Mm-hmm. So if we're going to revisit this, we would like to be invited to discuss, what we can do, what we can't do. We have scheduled our architect, of course everybody knows Bob Grimaldi, and he has drawn us up a set of drawings and everything. We're going to put, or we want to put up some type of a soundproof wall across the back, or, you know, extend the building, put in an elevator, all in excess of $300,000. Why start? We would have started it already, as the chief has provoked me on many occasions. I said, but why spend the money if he's going to continue to call and call all these services and do that? I'm hoping, I don't want to, I'm hoping that if we charge him with harassment, if we charge him with something, and often enough, he'll stop. One person, one block. Now, I'm not saying there hasn't been violations. We're not holy people. So anyway, you know, we'd like to be invited, and that's what I'm asking right now, to be invited so that we can have input, and so that we can say, you know, what we consider intrusive. He calls and says, we're running after hours. Normally, every night of the week, we're closed by 8:30. We don't even go to 10. You know, he said, Fridays and Saturdays, different story. You know, we have the rentals. We've cut that time down. It was 8 to 11 was the latest 4-hour window. Now it's 7 to 11. All going to be incorporated in which is being written now by our attorney, Tom Vitale, you know, on how it's going to be restructured and how the potential customers will be given a copy and have to sign off that they understood the regulations. And that, in fact, that if there is a violation and they continue, number one, they'll be warned. Number two, the party will be completely shut down, you know, and stop. But this takes time. All of these plans take time. We can't do it overnight. But we have been told that some of the language is very specific and said, if it is, you got to do it right now, and that's it. Now, again, I understand that's probably rumor and whatever, you know, everybody likes to.
I want to add that this noise ordinance had nothing to do, the conversation regarding with the VFW at all. There were some other issues, and when I read the ordinance, I called our borough attorney, and we definitely, there's a lot of things on the ordinance that the council, that we will all discuss together. And I promise you that we know, and what you need is definitely important to us.
Thank you so much.
So we hear you. Yes, of course. Anyone else? Okay, seeing no one, I'd like a motion to close the floor for public discussion. Oh, I'm sorry. You didn't get up fast enough. I'm sorry.
Good evening, Council, Mayor, Laura. I can finally say welcome back, first time. Okay, I just, before I say what I want to say, what I'm here for, Councilman Boyle brought up a point about a new DPW hire. You said pesticide, he could work the tank. Is he also a tanker for the? Sorry, Pat. I didn't mean to be.
The person is licensed for pesticide application.
No, I'm talking about tanker, a tanker license, license to put down the brine in the winter. We didn't have it this year, and it was bad. When we didn't. I mean, we didn't have a lot of snow, but what we did, we turned to ice.
It does help a lot.
Yeah, I mean, does the person?
I'm not 100, I'll find that out.
Okay, no, it's just, it was just something that came up, so I wondered.
I think our superintendent is going to come up and
Yeah,
answer.
so we have 3 employees that have tank endorsements, but the reason why we didn't brine this year is because the truck was down and being refurbished. The mechanic did a wonderful job. He did all in-house. Nothing was outsourced. The truck is fully operational. And also, where we get our brine from is the shared service agreement with Rodway. Their machine was suffering a lot as far as repairs, to the point where they had to replace it this year. So they weren't making as much brine for everyone in the shared service agreement. So that was another setback as well.
Do we expect that next year this to be rectified or not?
This year they've already got it
Or this winter, I should say.
It's
Okay.
going to be installed before the winter season. I've been in contact with Mike Presley from Broadway, and they will have it up and running fully. This is a very good deal because normally Bryan costs $1 a gallon. Broadway gives this to us for 30 cents a gallon. So it's a very significant savings to the boroughs who are in this agreement, and we will be fully operational with Bryan this coming year.
Great.
We even have a holding tank on our property for 5,000 gallons capacity. So we will always have it on site. We don't have to make a trip every single time to Broadway.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, that was just a thought I had, so thank you for addressing that. Now, I'm really up here to address the problem on 14th Street and
Which street?
14th,
Okay.
okay, coming off the Boulevard, you keep right or left onto 14th Street. Something's gotta be done with that street. Whether you put rumble strips or something, there have been too many things that have happened recently, right in front of my sister's house. 2 cars have been totaled that were parked. Her dog lost its leg. I saw the sign, you know, it's there, slow down, whatever. People don't pay attention. I commend everybody for, I commend the police department for what they do, but it's mostly on Boulevard. 14th Street's major artery because it goes up into 22. And that street, there's kids that live in houses, the school is right across the street. It's a dangerous.
A lot of parents pick their kids up there. They park their cars down that road.
Yep.
Morning and afternoon.
It's scary, actually, and, even to cross the street.
Yeah.
To cross the street, you're like looking and you don't know who's coming at you, because they go down there so fast, you don't see them coming. But anyway, my point is, I really think something should be looked into. I know it's, speed bumps may be too much, because it is a
truck route.
A thoroughfare. But if maybe rumble strips could be looked into, just to slow people down, because once they hear that,
Yep, I
they'll slow
think maybe
down.
the Public Safety Committee can get together and talk to our Traffic Bureau and see if there's something we could do.
Okay, that's my only concern. I'm a safety person.
Yes, I know.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Council?
Thank you.
Chief, do you want to chime in?
I was just gonna say, I understand the concerns, we are looking at different ways of trying to enforcing it, obviously it's a staffing issue on our part, we can't have everybody, but I understand her complaint, I know Councilman Piper, several other people who live there have said the same complaint. A lot of it comes down to enforcement. People just drive the way they want to drive. I don't have the ability to have guys everywhere. Requesting rumble strips, I know that it might be an issue due to the plows for plowing. I might be incorrect on that. I'm sure Supervisor of the DPW can advise me that. I'm always open to suggestions. I'm looking for different avenues to correct a problem. But the best way to correct a problem is with direct enforcement. Your street, which you just named, is one of probably 24 of voicemails that I got to deal with on a daily basis. Reference to that. I've discussed it with the police committee several times. There's things that we're looking at doing. You'll see different speed signs that are up on the boulevard now. We got another one hopefully will be given through Capitol or CFO. And so we're looking at doing different things to try to slow things down. But a lot of it is, the only way to really do it, I hate to say it, is hit the nail with a hammer, is direct enforcement, but having enough officers out there to enforce the law. We are a small department, we can't be everywhere at once, and we do our best with what we have. And I know my guys do a great job with what we can do. So I will take that into consideration. I'll put, we just recently had the speed board out there. But like I said, I got 24 requests for that speed board.
Do you think the speed board has slowed traffic down at all?
I can tell you personally, yes, because I stand out there in the front yard and I watch the taillights go on.
The mobile ones, I try to rotate them. I can't just leave one on 14th Street. I understand, there is red bus schools, so it does have a priority, but we have only so many of them. We try to, with all due respect, I'll do what I can to make sure.
And I understand your limit.
All right, we got it.
As far as manpower.
Yeah, we can't the conversation. Kay, sorry. Okay,
I'm sorry.
all right.
Thank you.
Does anyone else have anything to say from the public?
My name
is Sebastiano Maldonado, born in Puerto Rico. I live now in Linden, I used to live in Union. I'm one of the youngest guys in this DFW.
So you're carrying all the heavy stuff up and down the stairs.
So what I'm trying to say is, the DFW is not just like it's like a home away from home, you know, because me, you know, dealing with the PTSD, being in Iraq, serving 4 times there, and these guys that I learned in Vietnam and can teach you what they went through, it just give you great, you know. It's just like a release. It's like you know, like I called the VFW. I mean, I called the VA. Hey, what can I do for this? And you know, they give me some suggestions. I talk to these guys. It's like they've been there. They know how it is. You know, make me feel good and stuff like that. And you know, and I just want to thank the town, and I also want to thank my boss over here. Man, that's all I want to say.
Very nice. Thank you.
And council. My apologies. I need this one that's already. So, my name is John Gasper. I'm the scoutmaster here in town. VFW is our sponsor. And actually, on one hand, I appreciate something like this because I started really looking at what the VFW was for us, okay, as well as for the town. And this morning, I actually just spent a little bit of time, and I just want to give you guys a little bit of insight on what they have provided for this community through the Scouts. Okay, the town has benefited from an Eagle Scout project that added a retaining wall in front of the library at the Boulevard. Harding School has benefited from from 4 Eagle projects. Okay, first the addition of park benches and tables just outside the parking area. The second was a large landscape planter box surrounding the informational sign, and currently there's a bike repair station that's being added right now. Mario Park has benefited from 2 Eagle Scout projects. The first was a large storage shed on the grounds for all the equipment. The second was the addition of new baseball and softball seating. St. Teresa's, the church has and the school has benefited from 4 Eagle Scout projects. The first was the addition of a new cafeteria floor. The second was landscaping in front of the entire church, a retaining wall and landscape lighting. The third was a spiritual retreat area that was added just on the side of the school. And the fourth was the entire replacement of all the signage at St. Teresa's. Our fire department and the first aid squad has benefited. Okay. At Scout, his Eagle Scout project was pavers, landscape lighting, encompassing the American flag along 19th Street. Okay, the rec department. I have 2 current projects that took place this year where I had new shelving and improvements in storage. Right. The senior center benefited from a project this year. Okay, we had a scout go down there, refurbishing the entire basement closet, new cabinetry, and an improved storage area. Okay, municipal hall as well as the American Legion benefited this year. Okay, with the creation and addition of American flag retirement collection stations. Okay, not to mention outside, Union County has benefited. Okay, first we've had the refurbishment of the rhododendron garden in Watchung Reservation and Loop. The second, we've had the locating and mark out of the cemetery at the deserted village. And currently we have a bird line being added in Watchung Reservation. This is some of the projects. Okay, this is actually under, I hate to say it, this is under myself and Bobby. Okay, there's more beyond that. But this is just to give you an idea of what the VFW does with the truth here in this town. So, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Guy Vanderpool. I'm a member of Post 2230. Some of the things that weren't touched on is that Post 2230 is home to 427 combat veterans as of right now. These are men and women who've been in Iraq, Afghanistan, Vietnam, I'm not sure what that means from Korea.
Korea.
Yeah.
Sitting in the wall.
Sorry about that. And also 78 non-combat veterans for the Kenilworth Veterans Center. Anywhere, not just in Kenilworth, not just anywhere in Union County, if a veteran needs something, if they call the state of New Jersey, if they call service organizations, either Kathy or Bobby is going to get a phone call, and we take care of them. So we don't just take care of the veterans in Kenilworth, we take care of the veterans in all of Union County. Every year, I've been a member for about 3 years now. I've been working for the VA for 21 years. I've started coming to this post about 3 years ago. Every year we've been giving out about 50 turkeys for Thanksgiving to make sure every veteran and their family has a Thanksgiving meal, a holiday meal. We're constantly doing food giveaways. Anybody who needs food, if I have to travel to another county to get them food, I make sure that no veteran, while I'm alive, is going to go hungry. So, excuse me. I just can't tell you how much this place needs to. Please, let us hear. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm also going to do the noise ordinance. I'm going to keep it really brief for you guys. I have created a bit of a report just about some adverse impacts and those concerns around the language of it. So maybe instead of going through all the finer points,
Can you just state your name and address, please, for the record?
Brian Evans from 46 North 14th Street.
Thank you.
But maybe instead of going through the full thing, maybe is there a way I could just send it to you guys so you could read it if there
Sure.
still does come back up on the table?
Sure, you can send it to me, and I'll send it over to the borough attorney.
Perfect. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Brian.
My name's E.G. Meiser. I live on 39 North 23rd Street, across from St. Teresa's. I just want to say, just like Sal, I'm one of the youngest members of the VFW. But as a member of another VFW, and I transferred here from Western PA, I just got to say, I am just in awe of how much Commander Jeans organizes, gives back to the community. It really encompasses the spirit of what a VFW can be. It is a drastic difference from the previous post I was, and no offense to those guys, I like them, but what a difference. What a difference. And I don't want to see the post be diminished to something like that. Like I'm one of the Friday night closers. We don't, like Commander said, I want to do my part. You know, all the older guys, they've done their part. I want to take the trash out. I want to take the recycling out. We don't do it past 10 o'clock because we're being conscious of our neighbors. We want to be good neighbors, so we get it right. But we let more like senior staff, for lack of a better word, they do it Saturday morning that already paid their time. So I want to do my part. And to accommodate our neighbors, it's adjusting our schedule. But I just want to reiterate what Commander said and the various guys, but we really have something special right here in Kenilworth in this VFW through the support of the Boy Scouts, but I never saw so many Eagle Scouts in town all my life. And just the volume of getting back, the scholarships, the pen, we can go on and on. The Pen for Democracy, all this stuff, the St. Teresa's. You know, like where do you stop with the list? And we all want, in my heart, feel that we want to live and let live. But it just makes me sad that we're bending over backwards to accommodate, and all that accommodation is just falling on deaf ears. Or at least it seems that way, you know? But I just want to just reiterate that and make the council aware, the mayor, everybody that this is by far the best post I ever been at, by far. And I give a
We're glad
great
you're
deal of
here.
credit to Commander Jeans and just the amount of workload that he undertakes. And I just wanted to not have anything diminished, even more enhanced, maybe pass the baton when they're ready. But I want to keep this level or exceed it, you know?
Crazy about it.
That's it.
Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. John Andre,
Good evening.
58 North 17th Street. I would just like to express my support for the PBA. My family is involved in Boy Scout Troop 83, and a lot of times I like to speak in with the sayings and all. You know, there's a difference between a house and a home, and you know, Kenilworth kind of started out as a house, but through the involvement with the Boy Scout Troop and the PBA, I'm sorry, the VFW.
I knew what you meant.
So with the VFW, I'm sorry. It makes Kenilworth a home, and being there for scout events, other events in town, it's what makes this town a very special place, the VFW. Thank you guys for your support. Thank you for everything.
Thank you. Anyone else? After the public portion. Okay.
Mark, there's something I'd like to just kind of tag into. You can stop me if I'm being inappropriate. But I've had the pleasure of working for the borough. I started with the borough in 2014. And when I started here, I just want to, because most of you have not been on council with me. So I just wanted to let you know, I feel like I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you some of the backstory. When I started here in 2014, one of my primary contacts was the VFW. And I can tell you that Commander Jeans is kind of downplaying what they do. There's a lot of times that I've contacted him on items that aren't necessarily borough-related, something that I was unable to handle, and I would reach out to him, and he would find a way of getting it taken care of. If there was anything the borough needed, he had it taken care of. I can't think of a single time he said no, and more often than not, he told me not to tell anybody.
I think it's safe
So
to
sorry,
say
Bobby.
that no matter who reaches out
But I
to Bobby Jeans, he's there for everyone, everyone.
I'd be remiss in not letting the council know that the VFW has been a huge supporter of borough in my tenure here, and that's continued since I've been back. So, thank
But
you.
I want to also reiterate that, like I said before, this ordinance did not come about in any way because of the VFW. And we hear you, I hear you, and we love you guys. I love you guys, all of you. And I thank you for your support, not just for the community, but for myself. I have called Commander Jeans many times needing help with something, and he has never said no. And I thank you for that, for all our community. I mean, in some ways we can say that it's the heartbeat of our community, and it is to a lot of people. And I'm grateful and thankful to all of you. So, thank you.
I'm not sure what you guys heard, but the
Yeah.
VFW will not be under any threat
Right,
on my
right.
watch.
That's
They'll be here another
right,
100
right.
years.
Same here.
Thank you.
Right.
Resistance on.
Okay, is there anyone else that would like to speak? Okay, seeing no one, I'd like a motion to close the floor for public discussion.
Motion, second.
Motion made by Councilman Morrow, Councilman Scurry, seconded by Councilman Morrow. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, is there any other discussion items before we go into executive session?
I can't not say this, but for everybody speaking on behalf of the VFW, I personally found your stories humbling. I choked up too, guys, so that's all right. you're really sending a powerful message and becoming a symbol of integrity in this town. It sounds like you've been here for almost 100 years doing that. So thank you for being a rock in this community. I echo everything that was said.
Second that.
Yep.
Yeah, I could talk for
Yes.
hours, and I wouldn't scratch the surface on all you've done for us.
Right,
We'll fight for you for every inch.
absolutely.
Fundraisers, parties, 16.
I'm sure we can resolve this. Commander Jeans will sit with us, we'll look at this again, and I'm sure we could find a compromise where we can coexist, and not gonna be any problems.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, gentlemen.
And I also want to mention before our next council meeting, everybody, especially you guys, Sunday the 15th is Father's Day. I want to wish everyone, all the dads out there, a happy Father's Day.
Joe beats us to every holiday, and he knows every holiday.
National Pizza Day.
No, yes.
Flag Day.
Flag Day. Oh, Joe, you're slacking off.
14th.
I'm sure you missed Arbor Day too.
He keeps us,
Can't get
yes,
them
happy
all.
Father's Day to everyone. All the fathers and all the men that are fathers to everyone else's children as well.
Actually, one
And
more
all the
bit of
women
news.
that are fathers, mothers and fathers too.
In the news, and I don't know if this is a coincidence, but the PBA Fishing Derby is on the same day that the New Jersey DEP is allowing free fishing. So if you don't have a license and you want to go out, that's a day of the
So
month.
after the fishing derby, you can fish anywhere you'd like.
That's right. We will go. We
Yeah, if
will
you're having a
go.
hot day.
If you're still having fun catching fish. Is the, I would kind of come to my attention that there was a request for a date change for a meeting. Is that, our
Yes.
next meeting is falling on a graduation?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd like to
think
move
it's
to
either
the
middle school
17th.
or Harding, one of those.
So we're
I
gonna move
also-
them.
I also have a
The
conflict.
20th is the high school.
So the 18th, I think, is the Wednesday. That's-
Okay,
Yeah,
so
18th is
we're,
Wednesday.
so the idea, we're gonna move the meeting to the 17th?
Yes.
So our next council meeting will be changed to June 17th at 6 PM. Okay?
Council, the only thing is, we do have the flag ordinances on. Is it an issue for us to want to reschedule that?
It'll be the day before.
I figured worst case scenario, we could just move it to the July meeting, but I didn't know if we could still move ahead with that.
Meaning,
If the public hearing adoption was noticed for the original date of the 18th.
we're gonna have to just notice it.
Okay, so we can do it on the 17th, I'll just
Just
resubmit?
renotice it again.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
No worries.
Okay, is there a motion to enter into executive session after a 5-minute recess? No formal action will be taken in executive session.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Scurry, seconded by Councilman Boyle. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.